Welcome to Money Talk Radio. I'm Ellis Martin. Yannis Tsitos is the chairman of the mining committee for Blue Lagoon Resources. Blue Lagoon Resources trades under the symbol BLLG on the CSE and in the U.S. on the OTC as BLAGF. Exciting developments are underway at the company's Dome Mountain Gold Project in British Columbia. With final mine permits secured, full-scale underground mining operations are set to begin, targeting an annual production of approximately 15,000 ounces of gold. The company is gearing up for an operational launch as early as July 2025 this year, with infrastructure, equipment, and key personnel being finalized. A toll milling agreement with Nikola Mining ensures efficient processing, while final preparations, including the installation of a water treatment facility, are on track for completion within the next 3 months. Mr. Tsitos has over 35 years of experience in the mining industry, including 19 years with BHP Billiton. Originally a physicist-geophysicist, he later served as new business development manager for minerals exploration, where he was instrumental in identifying, negotiating, and executing over 60 mining agreements worldwide. Mr. Tsitos sits on several company boards, has contributed to 4 deposit discoveries, and has published multiple articles in exploration and mining publications. He has also been a strong advocate for anti-corruption policies in the mining industry, ensuring responsible business practices across the sector. Stay tuned as we move closer to production and the next chapter in Dome Mountain's mining journey. Yannis, welcome to the program. It's great to visit with you, my old friend.
Thank you, Ellis, and thanks for the invitation.
We just started covering Blue Lagoon Resources, and we had a chat with Rana last week, and we spoke about you, and you are the chair of the mining committee for the Dome Mountain project. If you don't mind, tell us what your duties are going to be or what that means exactly.
Yeah, look, I'm in the industry in excess of 38 years, and 20 of these years were with BHP, obviously across commodities and involved from majors in several juniors. I followed companies that have gone primarily exploration and into development, and I have run some operations in my past in terms of understanding both underground mining and open pit. I have been an advisor of Blue Lagoon, let's put it this way, for a number of years, but recently with the receipt of the mining permit by the BC government. The Dome Mountain Gold Project is a rare story, and it's on the positive side. It's an incredible situation where some company that not many people used to know about suddenly is going to become the next gold producer in the beautiful province of British Columbia. And I got fascinated with that. So in my discussions with Rana, obviously I understood all the parameters and that went into making this a feasible story. But in my role, I effectively oversee some of the tasks to make the transition from a development company to a producing company as smooth as possible, in addition to enhancing the advisory to the management of Blue Lagoon in terms of financial modeling, expectations, challenges down the line, how ticking the risk boxes, let's put it this way, in terms of going smoothly in 2025 and thrive fantastically in 2026 and beyond, right?
So you've done this before. This is the reason that you joined Rana and Blue Lagoon, to just make sure that the operations run smoothly and you can anticipate problems if and when they come along. You're connected essentially to everyone in the business that can be of use to you and Blue Lagoon in the future.
Absolutely. And to make it a bit more detailed, you understand that once you open an operation and you're ramping up the production, you have to deal from issues from safety and security, which primarily is the most important thing, the safety of the personnel at the ground mine, but also the smooth transition into stockpiling and making sure that the gold that we want to come in, it comes smoothly in. All the other parameters in terms of the processing and the returns, the costs. There are so many parameters that you have to deal with in the first few days, from HR issues to operating and geology issues. But I would say we are blessed as a group because we've got tremendous experience, not beyond me on the contract mining side. And I'm sure Anna spoke to you in the podcast about who's going to help there. But Rockstock and Cobra Mining, companies that have done that for zillions of years and obviously into much more difficult mining operations than the Dome Mountain. So we feel very confident from that perspective that everything will go okay. But always there are challenges at the last moment, and that's what we're dealing with. But everything will be smooth. So in a few months, the company will be a producer.
Q3 of this year, right?
July. Yeah. We expect to start production in July, but full ramp up, I believe, will happen within Q3. in terms of total tonnage. We are discussing about 100 to 120 tons per day at this stage, but it's a high-grade deposit. We expect on annualized basis about 15,000 ounces per year.
Could that increase over time?
Absolutely. And that's the other big thing for me, because I come from the side of geoscience rather than mining engineering. So I recognize the upside in these concessions that Blue Lagoon holds, totaling in excess of 20,000 hectares with numerous veins identified and high-grade gold and silver in some of them, but not being part of the current mineral resource estimate. So the project effectively, it's a mechanism of creating hopefully a free cash flow, which can be deployed to increase the amount of ounces to be mined. So we carry on definitely a number of years of production as it is at the moment, but we feel there are several other veins that have already been drilled in recent years that have not been part of the current MRE. So a task of the company is to move some of these existing ounces into resources to be mined, but also significantly add additional veins. There are more than 15 big-size veins in the property that have not been explored fully. And that's what is on surface. So with data, also airborne magnetics, some other geochemical techniques and satellite. So we see opportunity here to enhance the resource significantly in the coming years. And think about that as a last statement. Much better do that from your own cash flow rather than diluting the company. And that's the plan of Blue Lagoon.
Give us an idea what that grade looks like.
The grade is an average of 9 grams per ton on the measured and indicated ounces, but it ranges, I would say, it's pretty consistent across the vein, and 2 veins that will come into mining at this stage. It is between 7.5 to 8 grams up to 15 grams, but the bulk of the ounces are around 8.5 to 9 grams per ton. So now we feel confident on that, also because a few years ago, what Rana did cleverly, as you know, we don't have our own processing plant, but we have an existing milling agreement with Nikola Mining. So we will ship the ore into Nikola. And we did that already. 5,000 tons from newly mined material got permitted to be processed at Nikola in the past. And we saw a consistency in the grade, in addition to consistency in the recovery of 95%. So it's a low sulfidization system with high-grade gold. Silver is about 4 times the amount of gold in terms of ounces, but in the context of silver gold price, this is primarily a gold project, obviously, all right? The recovery is pretty good. However, even on the silver side, 95% on gold, 92% on silver, out of 5,000 ton bulk sample. It's not really bulk sample. It was hundreds of trucks that went to Nikola, and we got this consistency in recent years. So that's why we feel confident that the stop that we are at the moment, and the holes and all the resources as we know them from drilling, and very tight drilling at this stage. So we feel that the grade will support exactly what we have said to the market. I want to stress 3 things. Readiness to production. Very rarely a company goes so quickly from receiving a permit into production of gold. And that's because of the unknown needs for building plant on site. Number 2 is creativity to manage risk. Is extremely important, because what this company has done is creating a tremendous relationship with the First Nation, the Lake Babi Nation, fully supportive of the development of the project on the local front, but also the way they handle the waste, the fact that no tailings will be in the area. This is probably one of the most environmentally friendly projects in British Columbia at the moment. And number 3 is obviously the upside in geology that we spoke before. So I would like to definitely these 3 points be taken, but I encourage all the audience to go and do their own homework on the Dome Mountain project and Blue Lagoon, and reach out to us if they need more details at any time.
And that website is bluelagoonresources.com. Yannis, thank you again, sir.
Thank you very much.
I've been speaking with Yannis Tsitos, the chairman of the mining committee for Blue Lagoon Resources, trading as BLLG on the CSE and BLAGF on the OTC. Learn more by heading to the company's website, bluelagoonresources.com. For Money Talk Radio and the Ellis Martin Report, I'm Ellis Martin.